Hello everyone and welcome to Era Military Collectibles. So in today's video we are covering an Australian soldier in Vietnam. Yes, the Australians were in Vietnam, not many people know about it, but they were there. And you liked the last style of video that we did on the Irish soldier operating in the border, so we said we'd try the same style of video. Now, before people start banging on the keyboard, yes, I know I'm operating alone. I would not be operating alone if it was a real patrol. This is Era Military Collectibles. I don't have the budget to have another 8 lads behind me, so this is what we're doing. So first things first is the rifle. YouTube, this is an airsoft gun. It is much good as a paperweight. It is not a real rifle, but it works for what I need it for. Now it is the timber furniture variant of the FN or the SLR. Now the Australians did do one or two different bits and pieces with it, whereas they would have cut this here to have one big huge notch, and they would have done the same underneath. They would have had cut all this to have one big notch to help with the cooling. But other than that, the rifle was pretty much the same standard as the British SLR and the British FN, or sorry, the Belgian FN at the time. So that's the rifle. So we're going to start with my head and work down as we always do. So excuse me now, I didn't shave, so look at it this way. I've been out on a patrol for a few days. So the hat, British call them bush hats. The Americans call them, the British call them bush hats. The Australians call them ghillie hats, or giggle hats if you ask me, for some strange reason. I don't know why they're called that. This is an original one. It has been cut down to make the brim a bit shorter. Everything I'm wearing is original except for the boots, but we'll talk about the boots in a few minutes. It's just your standard British bush cap, or ghillie hat as they call it, or giggle hat actually. Sorry, it's not a ghillie hat. Ghillie hat's something else, but a giggle hat. So yeah, so there you go. So that's the cap. We'll get to the weapon. Now if you look at the weapon is the standard M56 American style, but this one is actually the Australian version. The Australians use it as well. You can tell by the difference here is the SLR pouches for the magazines are a lot bigger and a lot longer than the M16 variant. 2 water bottle canteens and just your standard butt pack, or bum pack as the Australians call it. How you can tell that it is Australian is, I have done a video on this, but when you look at the brass you will see an arrowhead. That just proves that it's Australian. So back to the uniform. Take off the webbing. So uniform is quite simple. Uniform, standard shirt, green shirt. This is a 70s version. Everything I'm wearing is original, as I said, except for the boots, but we'll explain them in a minute. The shirt, this is 70s. The pants is actually 69 pattern, or 69 dated. So everything I have is original. The shirt is a quite simple shirt. It is just a green olive shirt with square pockets on the front. Epaulets, no frills, no trills, just a standard shirt. Now the pants though is a bit different. The pants has this cross belt, what's called a cross belt, and it fastens here at the sides. And the idea behind that was that the Australians learned their lessons in Malaya and in the Second World War in the Pacific, operating specifically in the Pacific. Guys would lose weight very, very quickly. So the idea of the cross belt is that the lads can literally tighten it the whole way to according to when they start losing weight. There's only one pocket on the leg and it's on the left hand side. There's none on the right. There's no field dressing pocket anywhere on the uniform. I meant to do it, but what I used to have it done, but I forgot to do it for this one, is they would tape their field dressings to the stock of the rifle. That's a common thing you see them doing. Boots, I don't have the correct boots. These are British high boots from the 80s, but they're the exact same nearly as the American or the Australian ones, with slightly different things to them. So I took a liberty in the boots, but everything else that I'm wearing is original. So I hope you like what we provide here at Era Military Collectibles. If you do like what we provide, please like, please subscribe, please tune in for the next video. If you want to get in contact with the channel, the email will always be at the top of the video description. Thank you.